What's going on, Bears fans? What is going on today? Welcome back to BearsMediaCo. I am your host, Brent C. And guess what? News. A lot of things have happened since the last video I put out, but I can tell you this, we got you. Now look, we're going to start with the first thing and the best thing, and that is Justin Fields, our former quarterback, has been traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers for a 6th rounder that could potentially move up to be a 4th rounder. Now I know that I have been a JF1 fan since the day he was drafted, and I know there's a lot of Bears fans who feel like me, and we say, well, it should have been a better situation. But this is a business, as we all know. This is a business. And this business says what happens, happens. And don't worry about it, because there'll be someone else to replace someone eventually. And it's happened with JF1. So now that JF1 is no longer on the roster, guess what? With that number 1 pick, it has to be Caleb Williams, right? Let's hope so, because if not, our GM, Ryan Poles, he has definitely set himself up for a wild draft. All right? So, with that being said, Bears fans, I hope you've been good out there after a small vacation. I have to say that it's good to be back. It's a little bit of a whirlwind this past week or so, but the Bears are in a better position from what they were when the season ended. Now, we've already talked about the coaching staff, some of the new hires that they've had, and knowing that with the raise in the salary cap, the Chicago Bears were in a fabulous position. Now, one of the things that I definitely can say, getting Keenan Allen, the wide receiver from the former LA Chargers. Hey, Ryan Poles, you were the man. I mean, getting that guy for a 4th rounder is top-notch wheeling and dealing. And of course, we all know that the Chargers were in salary cap hell, and they needed to get rid of players or have them restructure their contracts. And if any of you listened to his press conference, he said, I am not doing that. We're not restructuring, we're not lowering, none of that. And thanks to Ryan Poles, he is now a Chicago Bear. So, welcome, Mr. Allen. That number 13 will look good on your new uniform. Welcome to Chicago, sir. Now also, we can definitely say the Bears, or I should say Ryan Poles, has added some top-notch offensive line help. Maybe not. Let me just say that. Some of the additions are players that he's wanted for a while. Some of those players are guys that Shane Waldron, our new OC, has coached at some point in his career. So Bears fans, a lot to be excited about, but Keenan Allen being the top of that, the new offensive linemen, they are welcomed, of course. You know, we lost a few offensive linemen last year, from last year's roster, that is, and we are hopefully in a better situation on that offensive line. Now, I'm gonna get to that offensive line, but right now, I gotta talk about the new tight end 2, and that is Gerald Everett. And this guy has always been a favorite of mine from afar, of course. And that, you know, not already the biggest guy at 6'3", 248-ish pounds or something like that, but a guy who has been known to truck some opposing players. And hey, there's plenty of YouTube stuff out there you can look at, and you can see what he has done to the opposition. And of course, with a new QB coming in, I always say a good tight end will definitely help a quarterback out. Now, another thing that we've all said, I should say, that a running game is a quarterback's best friend. Now, DeAndre Swift, who played with the Eagles for a few years, played in Detroit a couple years, all I can say is, we got a good one. Pass catcher, a runner, doesn't overwhelm you, but in the rotation of the running backs that we currently have on this roster, with Khalil Herbert and Roschon Johnson, I can tell you, we probably won't be skipping a beat, and we probably even out, I would say, our running back room. I guess Roschon Johnson would be that bruising running back, third down guy, but Khalil and DeAndre, they will be those pass catchers that, teams are going to have to settle on who is going to defend them. They won't be able to spy on the quarterback, but they'll have to defend the running back out of the backfield. And we all know Shane Waldron, he loves the double tight end set, and sometimes using those 3 tight ends to make things happen. And with DeAndre Swift, Khalil Herbert out of the backfield, and to a smaller extent, Roschon Johnson being able to catch passes out of the backfield, we got a squad now there, Bears fans. So, with Keenan Allen, Gerald Everett, as well as DeAndre Swift on the offensive side, skill positions, Bears fans, we should be looking good. Now, we can also add players in the draft. We now only have 4 draft picks. So those 4 draft picks have to be need positions, like a defensive end, as well as another wide receiver. Now, of course, after that, maybe some more defensive linemen or offensive linemen. So it could go either way. But with that number 1 and that number 9 pick, I'm telling you, we are in a good position. The draft on April 25th is going to be dynamic for our Chicago Bears franchise as we chart a new course going forward. So, speaking of going forward, we're going to need to get some new jerseys and some new Bears gear for the upcoming season. So, Reggie B, hit him with the promo, sir.
Hello, fellow Bears superfans. While we wait for success on the field, we can show our pride off the field with official Chicago Bears gear from Fanatics. Fanatics has everything to reflect your passion. Jerseys, hats, shirts, collectibles, and more. Rep your Bears fandom in style while supporting us here at BearsMediaCo. Show your Bear spirit by clicking our affiliate link in the description or on our website and buying something nice at fanatics.com today.
Now, one guy that kind of amazed me, we brought him on, but he knows the system from working with Shane Waldron, Brett Ripien. Now, as it currently stands, he just may be a camp body or someone who can help Tyson Bagent and whoever our new starting quarterback is, learn the terminology, learn some of the nuances of this offense, and hopefully help whoever it is as our starting quarterback become one of the best quarterbacks our Chicago Bears have ever seen. Right? And we do want that. And I'll say this, Bears fans, we have no excuses. None. We have built a very, very solid team and, more importantly, a very good offense. So whoever the starting quarterback is for next year, we all know that more than likely it will be Caleb Williams. He is going to have a fantastic setup to start his career in the NFL. So, Bears fans, down below, let me know, what do you think? That number 1 pick, Caleb Williams, or, as I've heard through the grapevine, maybe, just maybe, I can't even believe I'm saying it, but Jaden Daniels. Could he be that guy that sneaks up that Ryan Poles wants? I don't know. We could be in for a wild ride. Then, of course, we have that number 9 pick. I'm thinking defensive end with that pick, or hopefully, on my end, Rome Odunze, wide receiver out of University of Washington. Hopefully, he comes in, or on the defensive side, defensive end-wise, Jared Verse. That is my guy. I definitely like him on our Bears team, but Ryan Poles is going to have to go get him for us, right? So with that, Bears fans, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and I'll be back here shortly, and we're going to talk some more about some of the defensive guys that we got, and of course, we're going to talk about our guy Stan and Jalen Johnson. So I'll see you in the next one, and until then, peace.